Hey, it's Orville Chomer here again, and it is February 17th, February 17th, Sunday evening, 2008. This is night number 2 of the Kinoki pad experiment, and you heard my little spiel about what I found this morning. Alright, now to make sure I do this thoroughly, remember me talking about making sure my foot bottom is clean. I got a hot washcloth here with some soap and hot water, and I'm going to clean the bottom of my foot, and I'm going to dry it with this towel, and then I'm going to stick this second Kinoki pad on my foot to see what happens. And I have a funny feeling that it's going to be just barely dirty again, maybe from stuff in my pores, I don't know, or there's not going to be anything. And I can tell you, based on other cleanses I've done that are the kind of bowel cleanse thing, I have stuff in me. So we'll see what happens. Alright, see, so there's my foot. How's this for documentation? And I'm cleaning it really good here. Don't want any dirt on there. Alright. And I'm taking my towel here, drying it off really nice and good. Alright. So, now I'm grabbing my little Kinoki pad. I was having no success in tearing on the little notch that they have on the package here, the little shamrock package. So this is the second package I've opened. I just used scissors to cut the end. I made sure I cut well away from where the pad is so I didn't cut into the pad. And I'm taking it out, and instead of putting it long ways like this, I am putting it like this because I found it worked better. So there is the little deal here. Alright, let's see. Right on this corner. Hey, right there. Yeah. It's kind of hard when you're doing it. Okay, so I just peeled it. And again, it smells like barbecue sauce. I'm going to take... It just seemed to work better when I took this little yellow tab off. I think that's just to make it easy to grab. I'm leaving it on. Alright, so my foot is dry now, clean and dry. I'm going to stick the little pad on here, and I'm mashing it down, sealing. So, I got this thing on my foot. Not that I want to walk around it. I'm going to rub it on the sides here, where around the edge where the adhesive is around the pad. I told you I was thinking about putting a sock on my foot last night. I didn't need a sock. It stayed, and so that was good. A few thoughts on this at this point. I don't sweat very much, so that's kind of a good thing, because it can help me determine better whether sweat is causing somebody's patch to turn a dark color, or whether it's actually drawing the stuff out. Of course, then my mind naturally thinks, what if the sucker is supposed to work based on your sweating? So that's something to take into consideration. So I got several variables going on here. But let's slow down. We're going to check this out in the morning, and we'll see. We'll look. I'll take it off, and the patch off in front of the camera again, and we'll see what kind of results. I'm not going to wear a sock. Alright. And another thing I want to do, one of the people on one of the forums said they took a patch and they put distilled water on it, and it got all slimy. And basically that their logic was that the ingredients that is in the patch, when it's exposed to a lot of moisture, then causes all this icky stuff to come. And it's not stuff from your body, but it's just the icky stuff oozing out of the patch when it's exposed to moisture. So one of the things I want to do initially is expose a patch. I'm thinking of starting with the first patch that I used last night and putting purified water on it and letting it sit overnight, not on my foot, and then seeing what it looks like in the morning and see from there. Now, and that these things haven't determined really whether or not it's doing its job. One thought that occurred while I was talking here again was the sweating part. What if this thing works, but it only works if you're sweating? Some sort of a symbiotic kind of thing where, you know, synergy, where it all works together, where the sum is, you know, where the result is more than the sum of the parts. So I'm thinking, depending on how things go, of actually taking a pad and doing one night where I do wear socks and I make myself sweat and have sweaty feet. Now you go, well, if it turns dark, you don't know whether it's the patch or whether it's, you know, really stuff coming out of your body. Well, there is the concept that so far I've not felt very much, if any, kind of improvement in my health. If it is working and that this synergy kind of thing is the kind of thing going on, I would think, based on a few testimonials I've seen, that I would feel significantly better. And I think I'm looking at this pretty level-headedly. I think I'm not looking at this, you know, I think the idea of it, a placebo effect, would be very minimal in my case. I could be wrong. Lastly, I'm going to bring up, for the overall whole of this thing, I know this little experiment as far as data collection goes is very small data sets, just me, that we're collecting the data on. So I realize it's not completely conclusive in its results, but the results of this, whatever they may be, is real in my case, and it can give you some sort of a framework to work off of, I'm hoping, whether to buy them or not buy them, or what to think of this, what not to think about it. So there you go. Well, it's past 10 o'clock. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to say good night. Bye.